When you look at the sky, what do you hope to see? Friends from distant galaxies or invaders sworn to destroy us?
Dude, this is a fucking drone, bro. There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh.
For decades, we've been raised on stories of UFOs and extraterrestrial visitors, but when you peel back the layers of declassified FBI reports, the numbers might shatter your expectations. Between 1947 and 1969, exactly 12,618 UFO cases were officially recorded. But how many of them truly remained unexplained? Only 701. This means that 97% of reported sightings were actually weather balloons, conventional aircraft, or simple atmospheric phenomena. In other words, behind those mysterious lights weren't aliens, but the laws of physics and man-made objects. But what about that remaining 3%? That's where the real story begins. Today, we aren't just talking about aliens, we're talking about how the UFO myth has been transformed into a massive perception operation. Are you ready to break the illusion? The year is 1942. It's shortly after the Pearl Harbor attack. Mysterious lights appear over the skies of Los Angeles. Sirens blare, searchlights scan the clouds, and anti-aircraft guns fire for minutes on end. The headlines were ready. Extraterrestrial visit. But what was the reality? What they thought was an alien fleet was actually just a stray weather balloon. Driven by the fear of a Japanese attack, the American military was shooting at its own shadow. Instead of exposing this fiasco, the media turned it into a UFO legend to boost circulation. When the need to believe overrides the facts, mystery always defeats logic. Just like in Roswell. How did a weather observation balloon turn into an alien autopsy story? Corporations and the media always prefer the mystery over the truth. Why? Because mystery sells. Truth is boring. But what about the truly unexplained? Remember the case of Frederick Valentich, a 20-year-old pilot obsessed with UFOs. During his flight, he radioed the tower asking, "Is it playing a game with me?" He spoke of strange lights, and then he vanished. Many believed this was a classic abduction, but on the other side of the coin, we see a young man who had been warned multiple times for his poor flying skills, committed airspace violations, and had an unhealthy obsession with UFOs. Was this an abduction or the tragic end of someone living in a fantasy world? It's easy to choose the mysterious explanation, but sometimes the truth is just an engine failure or a simple illusion. Let's look at a more concrete place, Nazi Germany. The Nazis developed jet engines and rockets for the first time in history. Some declassified documents suggest they were even working on experimental flying saucer-shaped crafts in underground laboratories. CIA reports from 1952 mention that the Germans were building these structures as early as 1941. Perhaps those unidentified objects in our skies didn't come from another galaxy, but from the dusty labs of the war. Now for the million-dollar question. Why do the vast majority of UFO cases happen in America? Why, despite all our technology, can't the Pentagon produce a single clear photo or capture one of these crafts? Edward James Ruppelt, a high-ranking officer in Project Blue Book, once stated that everything pointed toward the conclusion that UFOs could not exist. So why do governments keep fueling the fire? The answer: to create a fake enemy. Hollywood has been feeding us alien invasion movies for years. Could this be subconscious programming? If you confront the world with a massive fabricated threat, to whom would all nations surrender their sovereignty? Of course, to the superpower that saves the world. Is the CIA's recent activity on social media a coincidence, or are they preparing us for a grand theater production?
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
A massive empire of fear is being built upon a phenomenon that is 97% lies or errors. A fake alien invasion might sound insane, but the ambition of a single power to become the sole global hegemon is more real than any science fiction. So, what do you think? Is this all a massive orchestrated conspiracy, or are we truly not alone in this vast universe? Let's discuss this sinister plan in the comments below. I read every single one of them. If you want more deep dives into the shadows of our history and the secrets they don't want you to know, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. It's the only way to support this channel and keep the truth alive.